What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this evening. It is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2017, the first official SmackDown Live review for tonight's show from Orlando, Florida. And I don't know what it is, man. You think that WWE would have this rejuvenated aura about them. We got the Royal Rumble coming up. They obviously have to build and plan and piece creative ideas together for the Royal Rumble. This is an exciting time for the company. It's an exciting time for Raw and SmackDown. But all that we're getting is the same formulaic garbage. I said the same thing about Monday Night Raw. It's the new year. It's the first, literally the first of the year. And we're getting the same shit with Monday Night Raw. I didn't expect a drastic change, but show me some energy. Show me some excitement as we're heading to the Royal Rumble. This show was one of those shows where you can bury your head in your phone for the 2 hours and not miss a goddamn thing. You look up from whatever you're doing on your phone, and go right back to doing what you were doing. That's exactly what I did tonight during SmackDown Live. There was nothing of interest on this show. Nothing. I do want to talk about the tag team title situation to begin this review, as it was the first thing that we seen on tonight's show. Apparently, WWE wanted to troll the fans. They wanted to tease the fans with a title change tonight. And I really don't understand the reasoning behind it. I'm hoping that this signals the end of Gable and Benjamin chasing the titles, and this makes way for Rusev Day to slide on in. That's the only thing I can think of. They wanted to make you believe that this team of Gable and Benjamin were going to walk away the tag team champions. Everybody was legitimately shocked. I was like, what? When the decision was made and Benjamin and Gable were walking out with the belts. Then we go to a replay. We have another referee come down to assist the original referee in the match. Apparently, Gable pinned the non-legal man. He didn't pin the legal Uso. So they went to replay. The Usos argued, listen, he wasn't the legal man. Blah, blah, blah. Referee comes down, restarts the match, and then the Usos win the tag team titles back. They never lost them. Well, actually they did, but they win the match in the end. You could say that they won the belts back. Because Benjamin and Gable were waiting for a screw job to happen, and they thought they were going to get away scot-clean, but it did not happen. I don't know why they did that. The only thing I could think of is that they wanted that team, being that they've been chasing for a few weeks, couple of months now. They've been chasing those tag team titles. They wanted to make you believe that they finally did it. After all the screw jobs, after all the running around, after all the fatal four-ways, and all the matches to get to the Usos, that they finally did it. And it was all for naught at the end of that match. The Usos retained the tag team titles. Thank God. I have been one to say that if you are the best at what you do on your brand, there is no way you should be without a championship title around your waist or shoulder. AJ Styles is the very best at what he does. He should be the champion. Nobody else should replace AJ Styles unless they are of equal or greater value. Or if you are putting your stock into somebody that you believe could be a potential successor to AJ Styles. That's the only way you would take that belt off AJ Styles. Same thing goes for the Usos. There is nobody in that division right now. I'm going to say Rusev Day because they are completely over. But even then, they don't even level up to what the Usos have done. The only other team that would even level up to the Usos is the New Day. But we've seen that time and time again, and WWE doesn't want to beat a dead horse. And I stick by that. The Usos shouldn't be without those tag team titles because there isn't anyone on that roster in the tag team division that is of equal or greater value than the Usos. And the same thing goes for Monday Night Raw. The same thing goes for Monday Night Raw. This is why I have a problem with what is going on right now on Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar should not be the Universal Champion. Roman Reigns should not be the Intercontinental Champion. They are not the best at what they do. And Jordan and Rollins, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Right now, all the champions on Monday Night Raw, I'm not talking about the women. All the men champions right now, I don't know why they're in the position that they're in. Except for political agenda. Reigns and Lesnar, you guys know where that's going. You know, Rollins and Jordan, I don't know where that's going. That hinders on a Dean Ambrose comeback from injury. I really don't know. Even with the women right now, Alexa Bliss is not the best at what she does. Honestly, I think Asuka is going to take that title from her. It's going to happen before the Royal Rumble or certainly before WrestleMania. And if it happens before the Royal Rumble, I expect Paige completely to win the Royal Rumble. So we'll see what happens with that. But Alexa Bliss is not the best at what she does on that roster. I would give that to Sasha Banks or Asuka. I think Alexa Bliss has seen her day in the sun, bro. She's baking a little bit too long. Charlotte right now is probably the best at what she does on SmackDown Live. Really. The only other one I could see right now, and she really hasn't even been given TV time, but everybody really loves her. And I think everybody thinks she deserves a run with the title so she can showcase what she really can do, is Becky Lynch. So that's my rant on that. I don't know why I went off on that. The surprise ending that we seen that was ultimately reversed kind of shocked me, and I'm glad that they didn't do it. But it is what it is, and WWE made the right decision. They want to toy with your heartstrings just a little bit, but the Usos are the right champions, they're the right winners, and it was the right outcome on SmackDown Live tonight. The women. I am sick of these 6-woman tags. I really am. I don't know the creative drive behind this women's division. Every single week, it's a 6-woman tag. Every single week, it's a tag team match. And WWE has done all of this, again, to shove a political agenda of a all-female Royal Rumble down your throat. They don't want you to forget it. And they're building this internal turmoil with the Riot Squad and Absolution against the rest of their respective rosters. WWE has painted this storyline that it's the entire women's locker room against these 2 outlaw factions. These 2 outlaw factions that shouldn't even be. These 2 outlaw factions that don't even make any goddamn sense whatsoever on both shows. They're making it more important to tell the story of who's going to overthrow the Riot Squad or Absolution. And they're building this story and they're telling this story as they're trying to get across, for the first time ever, we're going to have a women's 30-woman over-the-top rope battle Royal Rumble. Excuse me if I'm wrong. Pardon me if I'm speaking the truth and you don't like what you hear. Why is what we're getting on television not about winning the Royal Rumble? Every single woman, no matter if you're in a faction or not. I don't care if you're associated with Paige. I don't give a shit if you're associated with Ruby Riott. Every single female, if you are not a champion and you will not be competing in that Royal Rumble, every single female should have one thing on her mind, and it's not to overthrow these rebel factions. It is not to stake claim and clean the SmackDown or Raw women's rosters of these rebel factions. The main thing on everyone's mind is every woman for themselves. And I hope WWE tells that story with 3 weeks left to go before the Royal Rumble. Because I haven't seen any woman on this brand or Raw speak about, and I'm not even counting those lame backstage promos where Paige is saying, oh, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, or Ruby Riott saying, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. What about those two women standing behind Paige? What about those two women standing behind Ruby Riott? Does Paige and Ruby Riott speak for their factions? Right? What if it comes down to Ruby Riott and KFC? What if it comes down to those two, Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott? What, they're going to be best friends, right? Are you going to throw the every woman for themselves out the window? Well, you don't think Sarah Logan wants a shot at the SmackDown Women's Champion, or you think Ruby Riott doesn't want a SmackDown Women's Championship match? Same thing goes for Paige. You think Mandy Rose is going to befriend Paige in the Royal Rumble? You think Sonya Deville is going to befriend Mandy Rose in the Royal Rumble? It's every woman for himself. Why am I not seeing this internal turmoil with everybody? This is the first match of its kind for you women. I don't want to see shaking of hands. I don't want to see a common theme to get rid of both of these rebel factions. That's not what it's about. But that's all I'm seeing on television. Pardon me if I'm not excited. Please. 6-woman tags have got to go. It's not good television. It's not intriguing. It doesn't get me excited. It just says WWE can't come up with anything else, and we're going to continue to get garbage until January 28th. AJ Styles, the WWE Champion. He loses to Kevin Owens last week due to bullshit. He loses to Sami Zayn this week due to bullshit. Tonight, the SmackDown Live WWE Championship match for the Royal Rumble has been officially announced. I thought it was going to be, at first, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. We've seen that. I'm glad they didn't go with it. I was thinking maybe if Shane McMahon wants to get back at both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for everything and kind of destroy them from within, he would probably put them in a triple threat match. It would be Zayn versus Owens versus Styles. But WWE did one better. I don't know how this is going to make Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens look in the end, but I think there's going to be some fuckery going on at the Royal Rumble. It's AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship match in a 2-on-1 handicap match. That is WWE's elaborate plan for the Royal Rumble. Can't say that I'm excited. All I know is whatever we see at the Royal Rumble is definitely going to lead into WrestleMania. I am assuming, and I read today, that Shane McMahon is penciled in for a major match, and they hyped major match at WrestleMania. Whether that is in a tag team match, whether that's in a singles match, I don't see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn working separately at WrestleMania. If you're going to do something with them, it's going to be in a form of a tag team. Maybe, and I might be going out on a limb here, but with the announcement of this handicap match tonight, WWE could, I'm not saying that they will, WWE could potentially clear Daniel Bryan. Instead of putting him in a one-on-one match, which is a little bit more risky, WWE could clear Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania just to get his name on the bill, just to hype the event even more so with the return of Daniel Bryan after 3 years coming out of retirement. Maybe they tell the story of this turmoil between both Shane and Daniel. And eventually, as we get on into WrestleMania season, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn kind of get underneath Daniel Bryan's skin to where he is not feuding with Shane McMahon anymore, but he's actually siding with Shane McMahon. And they do something so dastardly that it prompts Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan in a tag team situation to go 2-on-2 against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 34. Tag team match would be a lot safer for Daniel Bryan. He would not have as much of a workload as he would have in a singles match. And you know, if it was a singles match, Daniel Bryan would want to put every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears into that thing. Maybe WWE clears him under the pretenses of it's a tag team match. Get your big spots in. We'll let you do what you got to do and get out. That's what I was thinking tonight. I don't know if it could be, but that's the only thing I see happening right now with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I do not see them splitting up. I do not see them breaking them away. I don't want to see a singles match yet between those two. The story has not been fully told yet. But WWE could ultimately clear Daniel Bryan in a tag team situation to get him work and to use his name to build WrestleMania 34's card even more so. Let me know what you guys think about that. But with the fuckery tonight, AJ Styles loses to Sami Zayn, and we get a 2-on-1 handicap match at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. Those are the three big things that happened on SmackDown Live tonight. But the rest of the show, I really have nothing else to say, man. I really don't. SmackDown opened up with the Tag Team Championships. So I want to mention, first and foremost, most of this match was commercial. I don't know what WWE is thinking with these commercial slots. Most of this match happened in the commercial. Now, granted, we get the commercial and the fucking match shown on the screen at the same time, most of the time with the opening match. But nobody wants to watch a match that way. And then when we come back from break, we go to the fuck finish. Then we get the match restarted. And then they go right back to a commercial break. Most of all the important stuff in this match happened during the commercial. Gotta do a better job at getting the commercials slotted in a way, especially in tag team matches, where I could see something unfold. I don't want to have to wait for the fucking commercial to end. So apparently, Jimmy breaks free to get a hot tag. Shelton tags in at the same time. Shelton gets sent to the floor. Jay returns to the ring and unloads on Gable, sending him to the floor. Jay leaps out and nails Gable on the floor with a suicide dive. Usos run the ropes together, but Shelton grabs Jay's leg. Shelton then lays Jay into the apron. Jimmy sends Gable to the floor. Shelton comes back with a big knee on Jimmy. Gable and Shelton double-team Jimmy with a power bomb. Reverse bulldog. I call that the Steiner finish. From the top. They get the pin and the titles. So they pin Jimmy, who was not the legal man. Jay was the legal man. Usos argue that Jay was the legal man. Another referee comes down and restarts the entire match. Jay was the legal man all along. We get the replay on the Titantron. Bell rings. Gable and Benjamin argue with the second referee. So Usos dump Benjamin and Gable to the floor. We get a big brawl. They return to the ring. Bell rings. Jay nails a Samoan drop. Fights off both opponents. Benjamin returns to the ring. Turns it around on Jay. Shelton gets a spine buster. Benjamin scoops Jay up for another double team bulldog combination. But Jimmy makes the save with a big super kick. Jimmy ends up joining Jay for a big double super kick. Usos then go to the top for the big Superfly splash. And that was it. They retain the titles. Hopefully this is the end for Benjamin and Gable. They get no more shots as they almost did it. They came up short in the rematch or in the restart. Hopefully this slides in either the Bludgeon Brothers or Rusev Day. So we'll see what happens with that. But all I can tell you is the SmackDown Tag Team division right now is leagues better than what we're seeing on Monday Night Raw. Breezango versus the Bludgeon Brothers. So we get Tyler Breeze and Fandango making their entrance. Harper and Rowan are out. Bludgeon Brothers attack before the bell. So they destroy both Fandango and Breeze. So Connor and Victor jump on the apron. They get knocked off. They send Connor to the floor, hit the big double team, finish that double crucifix bomb on Victor in the middle of the ring. Harper and Rowan stand tall. And that was it. So we didn't get the rematch with Breezango. And I don't know why this was a scheduled match if all you were going to do was have the team of the Ascension come out and make the save. Why didn't you book the Ascension versus the Bludgeon Brothers here on this show? I don't know why they're dragging this story out. Nobody really gives a shit. Just have the Bludgeon Brothers run through whomever and get them in the tag team title hunt. I think they've done enough to secure a spot vying for the tag team championships. More tag teams. Tag team heavy on the first hour. New Day was backstage. Kofi and Big E with Xavier Woods. They had him blindfolded. He was getting ready to face Aiden English in the first round of the U.S. tournament. U.S. title tournament. Woods talks about how they will all become three-time WWE United States champions tonight, or how all three would become United States champions tonight. They tell him to blow out the candles on a 2018 cake made of pancakes. English walks in with Rusev to interrupt. They talk trash, and Rusev blows out the candle. I thought he actually spit on the cake, but he blew out the candle, stealing Woods' wish before walking away. Apparently, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder will have their match next week. He says he will defeat Zack Ryder in the U.S. title tournament, putting Ryder where he belongs, in the past. So, Mojo cutting some decent promos as a heel. We'll see what goes on with that, as I fully expect him to beat Zack Ryder in this tournament. Xavier Woods versus Aiden English here. Xavier Woods wins. English takes Woods to the top for a super face buster. I thought he was legitimately going to drop him on his head. Woods counters and backdrops English to the mat. Big E starts yelling at Woods to finish English off. Woods climbs up, points down to Rusev before nailing the big elbow drop, which Xavier Woods has a very pretty elbow drop on English for the win. Woods advances to the tournament, or in the tournament, he goes on to face Jinder Mahal, and I fully expect Jinder Mahal to take care of Xavier Woods fairly easily. Dasha Fuentes is backstage. Dasha Bot, Android 2.0. Dasha Fuentes backstage with, what was their fucking name? The Welcoming Committee. The worst fucking name for the worst fucking stable in WWE history. Carmella, Lana, Tamina, and Natalya. All wastes. All wastes. They're all confirmed for the Royal Rumble. No shit. They all cut promos on the Riot Squad ahead of tonight's 6-woman tag. Wow, I'm so excited. So the Riot Squad win that match. Tamina goes to the top as Lana down below starts cheering her advocate on. Liv Morgan pushes Tamina off the top while Ruby distracted the referee. Logan hits a big knee to the back of Tamina's neck and covers for the win. Ruby Riott and the Riot Squad win. After the match, Ruby Riott goes on to cut a promo saying everyone here in Orlando believes in magic, right? Get it? The Orlando Magic. Magic isn't real. I wish this Royal Rumble wasn't real. It's just like everyone in the crowd. Phony. Fans continue booing. Ruby says that they all pretended their way through their lives and pretend to be happy, but they're just miserable. Ruby says all they need is a strong dose of reality, so take a good look. The Riot Squad is real. Their destruction is real. Their success is real. I wish we got some real fucking storyline for the women in this company. Fans come out, giving her the what treatment. Ruby announces that Liv Morgan will be joining her in the Women's Royal Rumble. Ruby goes on, but Charlotte interrupts. You guys know Charlotte. Flair takes the microphone, speaks from the stage. She says that it's quite the speech. She's a dreamer herself, and she believes in the power of magic and her dreams. Flair says to find something you're passionate about and your world can change. Flair says Ruby believes in reality, so here's a dose. So Flair introduces someone who wants to teach all three of them a lesson. Out comes Naomi, and then also introduces someone who wants to make the Riot Squad pay for their actions. Becky Lynch makes her return. There's a big brawl at ringside. Becky gives Ruby a Bexploder. Becky grabs Liv and hits a Bexploder. I hate saying that. It's just so cringe. Becky, Flair, and Naomi stand tall as Becky's music hits. The Riot Squad retreat up the ramp. Wow. Color me excited. Baron Corbin confirms he's in the Royal Rumble. Says he cannot wait for the match, and he's going to go on and main event WrestleMania 34. Baron Corbin must be dealing in some magic if he thinks he's going to go to WrestleMania. No, bro, you are not. I'm sorry. Continue to wish upon that Orlando Magic. You will not. And in the main event, AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. Sami and AJ, this is a match that I've definitely wanted to see with bigger stakes on the line. These two work fantastic together. AJ springboards himself up for the phenomenal forearm. He's forced to land on his feet. They tangle on the apron. Referee gets knocked to the floor. Of course, there was going to be some fuckery here. Owens goes to check on the referee while AJ has Sami rolled up. So AJ was about to win the match. Referee is, being attended to by Kevin Owens. He's prolonging that because obviously he wants to help Sami Zayn win this match. Owens goes down. He goes back into the ring, and then the referee gets back in there, and Sami kicks out of the two, okay? Shane comes over and asks Owens what the hell's going on. AJ argues with the referee. What the fuck's going on? Owens goes down, but it looks like he's trying to make it look like Shane pushed him. Shane gets on the apron, talks to the referee, ordering him to eject Kevin Owens from ringside. Owens is not happy, obviously. Bryan then takes the microphone and says, well, if Shane is ejecting Owens, then Shane can join Owens in the back and leave ringside. So Shane is looking at Daniel Bryan like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm a higher position than you. I'm the commissioner. You're the GM. So Owens gets to the apron, but AJ knocks him off with a forearm. Sami takes advantage with all this fuckery going on, hits the haluva kick on AJ Styles for the win. Non-title match. So that makes Kevin Owens last week defeat the WWE Champion. And this week, Sami Zayn pins the WWE Champion, AJ Styles. After the match, AJ takes the microphone and says he's sick of this shit. He's sick of everybody bickering like children. He says he's the WWE Champion. He wants to entertain and wrestle with no bullshit behind it. I don't blame you. So AJ asks for a handicap match. I don't want any bullshit. Just give me Sami and Kevin in the same goddamn match. So Daniel Bryan announces a handicap match with the WWE Championship on the line for the Royal Rumble. It will be AJ Styles defending against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. AJ Styles really didn't expect that so soon. He looked shocked, and Daniel Bryan got boos, but then got everybody to do a yes chant because he's actually stacking the odds against AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is beloved by everybody as we go off the air for SmackDown Live. So we got the announcement for the WWE title match. The women's shit is still god-awful. The tag team division is doing really well right now. Just really didn't understand the ending of that tag team match. And we had... What was the other thing we talked about? The handicap match with AJ Styles, the tag team situation, the women's bullshit, that was it. Those are all the big talking points from SmackDown Live on an otherwise boring and generic start to SmackDown Live in 2018. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. If you missed Monday Night Raw review last night, thank you for all the support on that. Almost 1,500 likes. Go and check it out. It will be linked in the annotation within the video. And I will see you guys right back here with something tomorrow. I don't think we're going to have an NXT show tomorrow. I think it's just going to be a year in review. There's not going to be any storylines being built up for TakeOver. There's not going to be any matches tomorrow. They're not doing anything at all. Just going to be a 2-hour year in review for NXT. So I probably won't be doing an NXT review, but I'll probably upload something, whether it's Fortnite or Call of Duty, or I might stream on YouTube instead. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but thank you guys for all the support, man. We're 86,000 strong and growing. Thank you for everything that you guys do, and check out the sponsors, man. Please do so. audibletrial.com/offthescript, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD206. And I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with more great content on the channel. I'm JD. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your Tuesdays, and I'll talk to you later.